We tend to lump the Magi with everyone else in our nativity scenes. It makes for a neat picture, but it seems unlikely that they turned up just after the shepherds. There are a few good reasons to rethink our traditional Christmas chronology.
In chapter 2, verse 1, Matthew is clearly starting a new section and talking in general terms about the time of King Herod, not about the next day.
The word for child used by Matthew here wasn't used for babies.
In verse 16, Herod goes after children under 2 years, based on the date the star had appeared.
Jesus was probably about 2 years old at the time, and the Magi were people of some resources. Just look at their gifts. These people watched the stars, and they knew something special had happened. They knew something special had happened. Tradition says they were priests from Persia and wise men. Tradition also says there were 3, which is mainly based on the 3 gifts. But we don't know for sure. We don't know.
We do know that Matthew has told us, has it ever occurred to you as terribly sad that the chief priests and teachers of the law seemed to know the prophecy so well that when they heard the story of the Magi, they could tell them exactly where to look, but they didn't make the trip themselves. Over 2 years, and the priests had not made the trip by themselves. The religious leaders of Judah couldn't be bothered to make a 6-mile journey to worship the Messiah. But these quirky foreigners of indeterminate religion could. Not only 6 miles, but they crossed whole countries.
The story of the Magi is so special because they are the first people who are described explicitly as worshiping Jesus.
We can learn a thing or two from them.
They made an effort.
They let the Son of God interrupt their lives and call them to worship. How strongly does the call to worship draw us? Do we worship in a way that requires effort?
They came prepared.
They came with gifts. They thought through what they were going to give when they got there.
They were full of joy.
The chance to meet with this newborn Christ really made their day. They were overjoyed they'd arrived. Now was the moment of joy and celebration.
They bowed down and worshiped.
They knew what to do in the presence of a king. They bowed down and worshiped because this child is God.
So I'll bow down to worship the humblest of kings, and I'll bring him the best that I have. I'll say that I love him and that I am his, and I'll give him the throne of my heart. I'll give him the throne of my heart. The deacons are now going to lead us into Holy Communion. We're going to present another reflection just to be able to get our minds and our hearts ready to take Holy Communion.
Come all who are thirsty, all who are weary and worried. Come all who are thirsty, all who are weary and bored.
Come all who are thirsty, those who know they are spiritually poor. Come all who are thirsty, those who are tired of sin.
Come, all who are thirsty, those who are parched for peace. Come, all who are thirsty, those who wrestle with themselves and their schemes.